Welcome, darling. Step forward and allow me to guide you into tonight's shadowed reverie. Mirrors, enchanting surfaces of polished glass. They obediently reflect our every move, our fleeting vanity. Or do they? Have you ever asked yourself if that reflection staring back actually belongs to you? Tonight, the echo of the dark will answer a question you never thought to ask, the cost of peering too deeply into your own soul. Our tale begins in an unremarkable apartment complex. It could belong to anyone, really. Your neighbor, a distant relative, or even you. This one belongs to Maxine, a woman exhausted from her recent move. The boxes piled high, the clang of furniture adjustment. The chaos of recreating home. Among these things is an object wrapped delicately, almost reverently. A tall, antique mirror, ornate, with crimson streaks running alongside the gilded frame, like veins pulsating under the skin. She unwrapped it cautiously, unaware of what would awaken when the soft cloth fell away. The mirror wasn't part of her belongings, nor had she purchased anything like it. It was delivered mistakenly, or so she thought. Let's assume she rationalized it. After all, moving days are often filled with confusion. With no one to correct the oversight, she decided to keep it. It matched her interior, after all. That's how denial works, doesn't it, darling? Always rationalizing away alarm bells. The first night the mirror rested against her wall, she noticed the apartment felt colder. An icy draft that seemed to originate from nowhere brushed against her skin. She didn't think much of it, though. She simply donned a sweater and got back to unpacking. But that was only the beginning. The unease began subtly, escalating with the passing days. You see, Maxine began to notice, though she would never admit it at first, that her reflection was not entirely hers. Tap, tap. Imagine staring into a glass and feeling as though the version of yourself staring back blinked just a second too late. Or that for a fleeting moment, its smile stretched a little too sharp before snapping back into your own. Would you believe your eyes? Or discount it as fatigue, paranoia, an overworked imagination? But let me tell you, the true terror is not to witness the uncanny. It is to suspect and yet deny it. For 3 long nights, she pretended nothing was wrong, brushing her teeth in hurried strokes and deliberately avoiding looking up. Come now, darling. There is cowardice even in courage. And so, the mirror began to claim more. The whispers came first. Maxine reported hearing faint voices when she was near it, voices that echoed her own thoughts, only contaminated with menace. You're all alone, one whispered. No one is coming for you. Do you feel that on your neck, darling? The iciness creeping in? By the end of the week, the dreams began. Oh, those dreams. Visions of the mirror beckoning her, the crimson-veined frame pulsating with life, the reflection grinning wide enough to be inhuman, wide enough to swallow reality whole. It whispered promises of power, of answers to all her unanswered questions. And yet, Maxine always jolted awake before she could step through. But reality has a way of growing thin when terror stretches it, doesn't it? On the 9th night, Maxine made her decision, a dreadful little decision, to confront it. Surely you've lingered on the edge of temptation yourself. Her trembling hand reached for the mirror, and when her fingers brushed the cold, she felt a pull. The surface rippled like water, her reflection smiling, inviting her to answer its terrible silent question. Would Maxine dare to see what lay on the other side? Of course, darling, she did. The world beyond the glass was an abyss, swirling with pale luminescence, but it was not empty. Shadows danced, twisting and forming into figures that bore her face, her shape, mocking her very existence. She screamed, yet her voice did not echo. Instead, it melded into the whispers surrounding her. Her reflection, her doppelganger, her jailer, took her place in the waking world, stepping forth from the mirror's liquid surface as Maxine disappeared into the glass. How cruel, the punishment of wanting too much. Now, Maxine is one of the many, mocking, tormenting whatever poor souls gaze a little too long into this cursed object. The replacement, of course, lives her life, speaks her words, and loves her loves. It sacrifices none of the comforts Maxine built. Oh, but don't think for a second it's kind. The double thrives on one thing alone, a viewer's need to see themselves. And what about the mirror, you ask? My sweet, where do you think it is now? Possibly in some cozy living room or a thrift store, waiting innocently for its next victim to stumble upon its edges and with fatal curiosity look a little too deeply. Perhaps, next time you pass that old mirror in your hallway, you should avert your eyes. You never know. Sometimes, the reflection looking back isn't yours at all, and sometimes, the abyss decides it wants company. Good night, my dear listener. Until we meet again in the sleepless whisper of the dark, remember this: only fools stare blindly into their reflection. After all, every glint of the mirror hides a storm of secrets. Farewell.